Greetings and salutations, and welcome back once again to Waterloo Wavre. I am your host as always. Now, without further ado, let's see what they've got and what's happened over the turn. I lose 3 men. They are blasting my poor battalions. Ow! They're blasting my poor guards to pieces. Alrighty, where's that French cavalry gonna go? That's the question, isn't it? It's going that way. He's bringing up more guns. My poor guards. They continue to be blasted in the face. Cambridge. The North Gloucesters. Oof, the Dragoon Guards just got hit pretty badly. The King's German Legion. What's left of my poor inner skillons. The 12th Infantry Regiment is being shot at. He's shooting at the Lutzow Lancers. Now, what else is happening over here? It's the real question, isn't it? They're gonna, blast them in the face. No, just obliterate what's left of that poor Landwehr cavalry. Very smart. As he surrounds them with elements of the guard. Speaking of guard, there they are. Men with bearskins. Yeah, that's gonna hurt badly. Yep, he stops them advancing anywhere. He's bringing up more men and guns. and placing them in such a... Alright, let's have a look-see. I go low ammo, but I cause 30 casualties to him. Alright, is that the lead elements of Van Damme? Probably. Yep, there they are. The lead elements of Van Damme. Which is going to force me to make a choice, really. And there goes Van Damme with the rest of his corps moving that way. How bad is it? Ooh, pretty bad. I'm not entirely sure I'm going to be able to swing this back in my favour at this point, but... Okay, they are continuing to push that way. I wonder if he's going to enjoy the surprise. Because he must not be able to see most of the Prussians. That, or if he can, we'll speed that up for a second. Just to see what he does. Blast them in the face. Makes sense. Here those dragoons are falling back. He's got a nice strong screen of cavalry. Lose 14 Nassauans. Yeah, he's probably going to rout this lot badly and just massacre them, given that they're getting charged in the side. Lose 9 men there. Alright. Yeah, they get wiped out, which, not surprising. I lose 60 men, he loses 60, so... I did not... Okay, they routed. There's no surprise there, but all things considered, what do we have? They are still isolated. 63 units undisordered, 12 units rallied, 13 units recover fatigue, 7 units routed, including the West Riding and the Buckinghamshire, the Buckingham skirmishers. Some Hussars. Yep, the King's German Legion Hussars, they rout. And then IR-15 and IR-11 and 5 units resupplied. So, yep, you routed. You are not much use to anyone at this point, to be fair. So if we just look at the situation, for the most part, it is questionable. Okay, they did rout, which is unsurprising, all things considered. So let's start with the guns, as always. You blast them. Achieve pretty much nothing. Lloyd's battery. Ramsey, you'll blast them. Mercer. Sandham. Sinclair. We just try and keep these guns, if not knocking them out, at least try and wear them out a little bit. Now, 6-pounder against the square, unsurprisingly. This 6-pounder, you are going to blast this square, the 1st Battalion of the 5th. Blast them again. Over here, you shall shoot them. This 6-pounder will blast them. As I look to try and just drive them that way. You, these horse guns are gonna shoot at you. Nice big juicy target. Doesn't achieve all that much, but enough. It achieved enough, I would say. You can ride off to rejoin your boys. Queen's Own Hussars. 23rd Light Dragoons, or what's left of the 23rd Light Dragoons. Because there's not a whole lot left of them. As I continue to try and reorder these Hanoverians. The Guard have just been absolutely continuously decimated, which is my concern. So if I pull the Guard back, I suppose I would be able to extend my lines a bit more and do proper British fire. But again, that comes down to the position more than anything. The The Royal Welsh have been pretty battered. North Gloucesters. Alright, there's those King's German Legion Hussars that were routed. Kemp is going to try and rally what's left of them and them. So, Doherty's the 13th Light Dragoons. I'll do these while I'm here and able to do them. Wait, why am I doing that again? Ugh. Let's do this in order, as always. I sometimes get carried away with myself. In fact, I get carried away quite a bit. What's left of the 3rd Netherlands Division is basically to try and... what have I lost? 25,000? Leader-wise, have I lost any? Paulington was wounded. I don't think I've lost anyone else recently, so... Now, what do we do over here? That's the question. I want to pull the guard back and try and rest them / reorganize them because they are exhausted and pretty badly shot to pieces. But the problem with that is, well, it requires quite a bit of work to take advantage. It's going to take quite a bit of work to do anything with. Now, again, these French guns, the fact that they pretty badly dominate the guards, Major Hepburn, pull you back, pull you back, pull the King's Germans back, shift the Royal Welsh onto that side, and then pull them back. What else can we do? I could pull the guard back a little bit, but it's more a case of what is it going to really achieve. So let's say I pull you back there. Not achieving a whole lot. So you will go there. Let's just blast these Frenchman in front of us. Yeah. Couple men there. These skirmishers are a real pest. Alright. The Highlanders. Now, far more interesting will be the shifting of... I will shift the 95th Rifles slightly. Now, there, I'll move them up. So here we have this lot, the South Lincolns. I will actually put the South Lincolns behind the West Riding at this point. The 30th Cambridge, yeah. You are going to blast into them for me. Attempt to snipe him with. Now, I could throw the Inniskillen forward. Throw the Inniskillens, the Somersets, and the Kingos forward. And look to attempt to not so much cause a rout, but certainly dislodge. I will throw these men of the Somersets forward. Now, the Dragoon Guards will pull back. The Blues, you cannot be seen. You can be, but you are pretty exhausted anyway, so... I did not mean to take them with me, but the Life Guards will go there. So yes, you got the Scots Greys there and the Dragoon Royals there as they try, well, not so much try, but as they regroup. The Inniskillens, there's almost nothing left of. So... the fact that there is almost nothing left of the Inniskillens is not so much, is a pretty bad thing, but it's also quite an... Let's pull you. Dorhitty's command, you will go there. He'll go there. Them I will pull back. the Camerons, the 95th. Just Kemp's whole command is going to stay where it is at the Mont Saint-Jean farm. Alright. The Nassauans are holding there. What little. So, for the most part, the Hussars. Alright, let's do this now. So, Prussians. You will plink at them. 2 men is 2 men is 2 men. You will plink at them. You have low ammo. But you... So... Instead, you are going to go there. And plink at them. And we'll just look to plink at these French skirmishers a little bit. This lot are not going to be the most useful, but they're useful. Sadao and his cavalry brigade . The 2nd Pomeranian Landwehr . Now, you can move that way, you will continue to move that way, and I'll look to basically try and rally these various skirmishers that have routed. You're both 11th. You are routing, but that's not really much of a problem. You are all disordered, but there's not much left of you anyway, so... Now, they are going to go there, just to try and cause a bit more mayhem. Gonna shoot them and not achieve a whole lot. Let's do the 1st Corps while we're here. We'll do the troops of the 1st Corps, since we're here to do the troops of the 1st Corps. Let's get these moving. I need every battalion possible. And we'll bring up these Westphalian Landwehr. And we'll bring forward these guns of we'll bring Steinmetz's guns forward. Alright, you plink at them. You can plink at them. I'll send the skirmishers ahead as a whole part, I think. There's just two. The terrain is just too restricted otherwise. So we'll throw the Fusilier Battalion in open order forward, attempting to gain that position. Now, second, we'll send the 12th Brandenburgs forward. They have been continuously kept in square, which is a key thing. We'll send Quinton and his cavalry this way. So Vian and his 6th Light Cavalry Brigade is to head this way and try and get, if not some support, just at least that little bit of annoyance there. Now, what do I do here? That's the question. I could charge Sudal into them, but then that's going to suffer the follow-on. So let's bring up... Yeah, we'll bring up this lot, I think. The 24th Infantry Regiment will move forward as well and look to push into those woods. And finally, the Landwehr will continue to move forward. Now, they will look to try and regroup all of those troops. They will advance forward and plink at those guns. There we go. Nicely done, Neumark Landwehr. They've plinked away one of the guns. This lot, you are to... Let's just finish off the first corps while we're here. Continue to bring forward the first corps. And then you there. You go. Who are you? You're just part of the 3rd Brigade. Now, let's continue to bring up these guns, as I'm going to need those Prussian guns. The real question is, what do I do with them in general? The 600 men of the Fusiliers of the 10th. They will go there, you will go there. Shoot them in the face. You didn't achieve a whole lot, but... Now... I can get forward and, quote, at them. That's the question. Do I, though? Yeah, you'll plink at them as well. I want to see if I can break his line. This is going to hurt. Oh, 43 men just whomp. This is going to hurt. Not quite as bad. But still, that hurt. Alright. You will plink at them. No. So he's what, lost? About 16,000 to my 24,000. At this point, I'm pretty sure everyone will be like, yeah, that's enough for one day. But given the situation, we can't afford to just end it. The Prussians have got to keep pushing. In the end, that is what's going to matter here. What's going to matter is whether or not I'm able to really stop the advancing forces of Grouchy. Now, these two battalions, the 1st and 3rd of the Neumark Landwehr, they are going to advance to there. And their overall, the overall job that they are going to have, what can you see from there? A pretty amount, but not that useful when it comes to there we go. You'll volley them, not do a whole amount, but you lot will unlimber to try and support, if only a little bit. Next turn, I'm going to bring forward 4th Corps Artillery. Von Bülow as a whole, his corps has been pretty badly battered. Which, considering it wasn't battered as a result of Ligny because it didn't fight there, this regiment is going to advance, as will this lot. Stucknagel, von Röhrs regiment is going to do the same. And we will commit forward these troops of the 2nd Cavalry Brigade. Tylerman's 3rd Corps. The Magdeburg Regiment. Now, we are going to keep throwing forward the troops that are of Kraft's brigade. The 9th Regiment is actually a very good regiment. You will go there, you will go out in front. Brauser's brigade. The Jaeger detachment will go out in front. So again, with the infantry pushing forward, he is gonna have to do something to stop this. Because every step forward I take is going to put his whole position at risk. And you belong to who? Tippelskirch. Tippelskirch. Perch is heading that way. The final reserve of Tippelskirch's command is going to head forward. 3rd Corps guns can move forward. Tylerman. Oberst Luck. As we continue to bring forward Oberst Luck's brigade. And just the rest of 3rd Corps in general. Let's bring up Second Corps horse guns. Or just Second Corps guns in general. Who do you belong to? You are Third Corps. You belong to Third Corps, as you're one of his horse guns. I am gonna send von Marwitz. I am about to send von Marwitz as a whole. General Borsa's command. Who do you see? Not a whole lot. What else can we do to really not so much upset the situation? I will send this Landwehr this way to try and really help the situation. There's not a lot of you left, is there? Because I'm pretty sure they got hit in the flank by the Young Guard. Again, this is going to be not so much tough, but awkward. Now, over here, what can we do? I can push myself forward more and just look to try and bust my way through these skirmish lines. Two, I can do. I could advance and just start slugging it out with them, which is going to not really achieve a lot given that nightfall is, what, just around the corner. Yeah, we're going to have... Dark shall be... what? We have about an hour of twilight, so... So even if I don't break him... You know what, Sadao, you are going to charge. Sadao, you are going to charge and look to try and... not so much rout the whole army. I want you just to chop him up a bit. And then next turn, I should be in a position to, well, further advance. We advance the skirmishers, the Fusiliers, and start slugging it out with them. Von Rheinbach will advance with his battalion and do the same. Hmm. Again, with this battalion pushed forward, so von Stuppnagel and his whole brigade continues to push forward. Schulenburg Alright, we'll bring up these horse guns and start getting ready to do their shtick as well. You will blast them. It's not a lot, but something's better than nothing. Perch should be in effective command of... Yes, he is. Is he in effective command of his forces? As well as can be expected, all things considered. The only real person he's not in command of effectively is Boss's brigade. But that's acceptable, I think. Did you release? You have not. Still. It's a real case of, can I break him? You will volley them because you might as well. Elphinstone. Dornberg. I could charge Grant and the King's Hussars at him, but it's not likely to achieve a whole lot. Ponsonby with the Scots Greys and the Royal Dragoons. Is there anything else that says do this? Not particularly. The Trialier. there anything else that screams do this? Not particularly. Graf von Schwerin. The 7th Brigades. I am going to send these pioneers back to this bridge. They're basically just going to hold that for me. You'll plink at them for me. Should not have done that, but I did. I gotta remember these Landwehr are not the most, shall we say, steady. No. Oh, I didn't move this lot. Well, we might as well. Alright. The rest of Boss's command will move forward. The one issue I'm suffering is I've been constantly outrunning my guns. But that's my own damn fault, to be fair. So, yeah, let's go into melee. You will go there and turn. Lose a couple of men in the process, but should be worth it. Let's push on to the melee, of which we have this. Oh. There you go. I lose 15 for his 104, for his 40 defenders, rather. Which, all things considered, this is gonna hurt. Yeah, that hurt. 100 men just blown away instantly. So, while overall that attack will not have done the greatest amount for me, it certainly has continued to allow me to drive forward So while I lost more men than perhaps I should with that assault, one, it's gotten me very close to the guns, and it's also causing chunks of the French line to, well, collapse. Oh, you've already been attacked, so... You will drive up there. Definitely think that's worth it. You didn't do a lot, but... The King-O's. Will drive these three companies of Fusiliers over and fail miserably. Oof. Yep. I can't attack you over here. While I could attack this lot, it's not really going to achieve a lot. But I'll do it anyway. I'll look to drive them back at least partially. So again, 25,000 casualties overall to what? 15,000. So I've lost a good 10,000 more men, which is quite painful. They are gonna not return to the battle. D quality, max fatigue, yeah, they're done. Now, the rest of Steinmetz's division, brigade, will keep on pushing forward. Major Lawn's regiment, the IR-24, will look to push into the woods and start helping. Yeah, I'm not liking the arrival of the bearskins, unfortunately. The arrival of the bearskins is most unwelcome. Is that the thing that's really shooting me in the foot is the supply losses, but also the 93 guns, as I've lost 60 more guns than he has. So the real question is, can I achieve a big result here and really change the course of the battle. Potentially, but we shall see. As some of my best regiments are here. And some of my worst, of course, but I think IR9, this lot, are probably my best Prussian regiment in the whole army. Which, that is, most of it is C, D, or even E quality. So, with the good old-fashioned occasional Bs, like IR10 here. D, 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 B, B, D, C, C, B, E. So yeah, the vast majority of the Prussian army is D quality. So it's really starting to somewhat show. I am gonna have to, more than likely, advance. Yeah, I've lost higher ranking officers than he has. The fact that he captured Clinton and Picton, two of my divisional commanders, is pretty bad. Still, if he's not careful, his line should collapse. And if it does, even though it's pretty late, given that it's nearly 8 o'clock, so the battle is going to end for the night. I am then going to basically fall back and reform in places, or he will do the same. We're basically going to look to reform in places where we can. Rest and recoup for the morning. So for example, I am going to force Perch 2 and the rest of the First Corps forward after, even if it's just after dark. I will basically place them along here. But beyond that, nothing too crazy. Still, it's turn 35 of 52. We still got a while yet. As for the position of the Anglo-Allied army, I might fall back to Mont Saint-Jean entirely, or fall back further north to Waterloo. But I highly doubt it at this point. Given the amount of blood that's been spilled along here, I'm somewhat determined not to give up any ground. So for now, I thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. If you have, please consider hitting that thumbs up, subscribing, or leaving a comment. Let me know how you find the videos, how you find the commentary, even though given that it's live commentary, I can ramble. Still, I thank you all for watching. I hope you had a Happy New Year's 2025. And I will see you all very soon. So, until next time, bye bye for now.